to have to air dodge at this time or have to pull a button at this time. Because the down tilt is slow enough that it messes that up a little bit, it can catch you unexpected on when to act. So I think MkLeo well aware of this fact and is using it to really strong avail.
Yeah, just kind of throwing them out of rhythm. I think it's no secret that when Mario gets busy, they get busy in a big way, but it's because of the rhythm that they're now in. Oh, did you land on that platform? Oh, did you not tech properly? I mean, there's a lot of factors. But again, kind of putting it in the terms of music, you know, in the world of, you know, perfect measures, perfect beats, you know what I'm saying? Here comes down there. It's a waltz, you know. It's throwing the timing all the way off.
We're doing some jazz. The half beats matter. The half beats matter. There's no doubt about that.
What key are we in? We don't know. It's jazz. We're improving. There's back air. Nothing off the F tilt, though, but there's the up tilt. And again, catching some of these misplaced air dodges. Uh-oh. Okay, forcing a low recovery. That's okay.
Done.
Nair, air dodge, bye.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, actually.
Wait, no, he lives that. And a chance for Dark Wizzy actually getting back to the stage 130%. And now a combo potentially trying to reset on the platform. Doesn't let it rip. I would have liked to see a little bit more aggression from Dark Wizzy to keep that combo going.
Or maybe just to stay in their face, too. I think positioning is everything in this matchup, especially when you get outspaced versus a character that's so much longer than you. Those moments where you really get up close, let them make the mistake. They're probably going to spot dodge. They don't have the best options out of shield like Mario does. Let them show their hand first. Boom, there it is right there. Going to go for the up tilt. Lovely spot dodge. Able to make him pay for a turnaround F tilt, though, every time. Come on, bro. I got a sword. Come on, man.
And I think Wizzy is often heralded as like the neutral Mario, right? He's very strong from that neutral position. He's willing to reset to it because he's really comfortable there.
That's right.
Against a player like MkLeo, that can be a bit of a boon because of how good Leo himself is there. But Dark Wizzy answering back in a big way with that up smash and ensuring that this game does not get out of control.
That's right. Still trying to keep it airtight, but MkLeo, of course, is narrowly inching ahead here. That down tilt right to the forward, and nice. And then the cape here this time becoming a little bit more hip to their ways.
My God,
but you can't cape this, though. Back here, getting it done.
And there was nothing to set that up. That was just a hard read on the side of MkLeo saying you will jump from the ledge in this situation and rewarded highly for it. A kill at 106% with that back air. And I just praised Dark Wizzy for not letting this get out of control. It's out of control.
It's out of control. That's right.
Oh,
you know,
no.
And how could you not jump from the ledge right there? Mario has such great options. You know, landing with Nair, not a lot of characters in the game can deal with that. But it looks like was able to beat him to the swing. There's up air. Get off these platforms. Come down here and face me. Down tilt, 13 frame startup, and that time caught it up close and personal. Didn't need to perfectly space it there that time.
Oh,
whoa.
Really nice grab from MkLeo.
Damn.
It's just confident. The DI in from Dark Wizzy means that that is going to be a true combo, and the bounce off the ground means that that up air will also be true. And Dark Wizzy hardly doing anything after taking that first stock. MkLeo is looking about as good as you could expect. Dark Wizzy needs to make a change, and he needs to make it right now.
Has to make it fast because, you know, there aren't going to be any other characters on that utility belt for Dark Wizzy. Not to say that he can't play other characters. I've seen it in Squash
I've seen his Yoshi.
I've seen it in
Yoshi.
It's the Mario show. But the thing is, you're going up against a guy who plays a lot of characters who's, when it comes to the matchup statistically, it's just not in your favor. Then it doesn't help that it's piloted by MkLeo. But Dark Wizzy, I've seen them make some big plays. I've watched this player's work here throughout the years. They can get a game on the board for themselves.
Yeah, he's definitely a player who we have seen make reverse 3-0s happen. He's a player who's been resilient, but it needs to start here on Hollow Bastion because MkLeo, even though he definitely bleeds, it's not very much.
Absolutely not. Okay, up airs through these platforms. Again, these platforms are going to give and they're going to take the same advantages that I feel like Mario gets off the platforms. You know, Byleth gets for some, very different reasons. What? Whoa, what you doing?
Maybe a little bit of a misinput off stage, unpunished by MkLeo. The footstool into the Nair.
Huh?
Could have been a conversion. What is happening to Dark Wizzy right now?
Dark Wizzy is not getting busy here. This is unfortunate. Bit of a flub, but that's okay. You know, some people play better when their back is against the wall. Maybe Dark Wizzy can tap into some of that energy. Low forward air. Okay.
Not the move you most often see. Neutral, but an answer back on the forward air means that Dark Wizzy is down, but he is most definitely not out, and that is the biggest sign of life we've seen yet. You said it right yourself. Sometimes
I'm telling you,
back against the wall, that is when the real players show up.
That's right. This is Dark Wizzy, okay, friends? Here we go. Back on the top platform here, both sides trying to get some footing in. The movement options right here from Dark Wizzy, I cannot deny how good they are. Sometimes I don't even need to press the button. It is just the fact that I can run in and out as safely as I do. That might make you overextend, maybe show your hand first. You can see right now, not a lot of damage here separating these two players, and Dark Wizzy in the playground right now. Ripping and running, as my mom would say.
Oh, this is a big opportunity to the down air. Just not connecting it. A forward air extension off stage. Just doesn't get it the proper DI on the down throw. Means there will be no confirm at that percent. And Dark Wizzy, a little bit of a lead. Is he able to maintain it at all? MkLeo at the ledge with the down air. With the down air. That is the 4th time he's gone for it. It's the 1st time it's hit. And I feel like you always get one. You always get one.
It's a Spike Lee joint. We just getting spikes everywhere, man. This is crazy. Okay, one forward air, one down air at the ledge, 124%. You're definitely knocking on Death's door, but you got to get back on stage to get it done.
Is that it?
Frame 6 there. No, I saved my jump. I saved the jump. There's up air. The falling up air. Okay. This is looking good right now. Again, platform manageability is key right here on MkLeo.
What?
Come on.
I can't believe that the option that has worked twice in this game has been fair and neutral and fair out of disadvantage. Maybe it's that kind of unorthodox play that can keep Wizzy in it, but this lead going the same way as Game 1 and Game 2. MkLeo just looking so good in these last hit situations, absolutely refusing to die and putting Wizzy on the back foot.
Hey, 119% off stage, and I like that there from Dark Wizzy. Still having the presence of mind to know that neutral special is on the way. Turnaround F tilt gets it done. It was a hard-fought battle, but at the end of the day, it was MkLeo that was able to figure things out just a little bit quicker than Dark Wizzy could. Probably was anticipating the Joker going into this, but it was the Byleth, though, when it was all said and done. Wow.
MkLeo is so good at that F-tilt on neutral get-up. That timing is deceptively hard in Smash Ultimate. There are only a couple... I believe it's 2 or 3 frames, depending on the character, of invulnerability before you can shield on a neutral getup.
That's right.
And it is so challenging to hit that consistently with, quite frankly, any move, but especially one that doesn't have a ton of active frames like Byleth F tilt. We saw MkLeo, I believe, hit that 3 times.
I believe so, yes. Yes, absolutely. I mean, MkLeo, of course, just an absolute master how to deal with not only my opponents in the middle of the stage on these platforms, but more notably, once I have you trapped in the corner, the mini game belongs to me. Let's go ahead and take a peek at these replays right here to try to relive the magic. We have a confused Dark Wizzy right there. That's right, that was game number 1. And as you can see, the percents never really left, you know, out of Leo's favor. You know, he always kind of felt like I'm in control of this. Dark Wizzy always felt like I am looking for a rebuttal to something you have done, as opposed to maybe trying to find just some footing, a word in the neutral.
Yeah, it is so challenging. And one of the things we saw Leo do really, really well, we said once Wizzy actually gets in, he has an opportunity. Oh, the full reaction on that too. He has the opportunity to out-scrap MkLeo. His buttons are faster. His buttons are safer. What MkLeo was actually doing was, if we go back to that kind of song analogy,
that's right.
Oftentimes, characters feel like, okay, it's your turn to hit, then it's my turn to hit, then it's your turn to hit, then it's my turn to hit. And they kind of trade hits back and forth on shield.
That's right.
What MkLeo did to disrupt that in key moments was just going for an empty hop grab.
That's right.
Right? We saw that happen 3 times at the very least in crucial moments where Dark Wizzy thought, hey, it's his turn to press a button.
Right.
It's my turn to shield.
That's right.
And MkLeo disrupting what could be a really favorable up-close mashing game for Dark Wizzy with that really heads-up, like, empty hop grab option. I think that is just, it's the hallmark of a top player. You're knowing this situation I'm not favored.
That's right.
But here are opportunities to make it favored.
That's right. And that's one thing I have to give to MkLeo. Like, in those moments up close and personal where you think, how can Byleth be as scrappy as they are? It's just the nair. It's just frame 6. But you know what, though? It is the utility of that move and being able to get, like we talked about before, a true grab based on whatever hit of nair that lands. You know, MkLeo, I think, again, just an absolute monster up close when it comes to playing that game of chicken.
For sure.
You know, like, oh, are you going to drop shield and attack, or is it my turn? Having slower options, like you said, kind of throws off the timing a little bit. You know, we've seen it with the grab, you know, with the courtesy of the empty house, but we also seen it with that 13 frame down to whether you were up close and personal on my body, whether I'm now playing it a little bit further away. I can space it just well enough to where it's still my turn even when it shouldn't be, and it throws off Mario's rhythm every time. Dark Wizzy did a phenomenal job at moving around, I think, MkLeo, but it was those moments in that game of chicken where you're running in and out, that turnaround animation. Is MkLeo going to overextend? Are they going to attack? Okay, boom. My movement is trying to open up opportunities for me, and it just felt like every time he decided to run in, regardless if he did an attack or not, down tilt, boom, covered him.
Yeah.
Couldn't even spot dodge it. It was like, damn, MkLeo, give Dark Wizzy a chance to breathe.
Yeah, it was really, really challenging. And honestly, as a player, from the mental side of things, it can really take the wind out of your sails.
Yeah.
If you're playing a character that needs to get scrappy, and every time you hit a button, it seems like your opponent is picking the right option.
That's right.
It can be so frustrating to be like, oh, I'm going to back air as Mario. I'm going to come in with an up air and then a nair, and I'll be safe on shield, right?
Yeah.
A lot of options where you're comfortable and usually favored, but MkLeo, he's there with a fair.
Boom.
He's there mixing it up with a nair. He's doing an empty hop grab, right? And getting hit with all of those things just... it honestly makes you feel worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and when you start feeling like you're the worst player, that is the easiest way to lose. Let me tell you right now. Because as soon as you're like, this guy's just better than me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm actually just getting owned. Like,
Yeah.
that is, you have to believe in yourself the whole time, as hard as that is.
It's a difficult thing to do. I think, Dark Wizzy played absolutely out of their mind, but we kind of prophesized it a little bit. Maybe he was anticipating going up against the Joker.
Yeah.
And maybe wasn't expecting the Byleth. He's like, oh, damn, a disjoint. And not only just a disjoint, but a guy that can outspace me. That's all this match is going to be. He's not going to scrap at all. There's going to be some scrappier moments, but for the most part, it is just him swinging before I get there, knowing where to place that sword, or the whip extension of the sword, and where I'm going to be, dealing with me off stage. I talked about it. There's some swordies out there. They can get Mario off stage. Trying to seal the deal is still very difficult. Byleth ain't one of them.
Yeah,
forward air, back
absolutely.
air. You got side B. You got a lot of options in Byleth's toolkit that can get the job done off stage.
And I saw MkLeo was talking to Dark Wizzy before this set started.
Yeah.
Maybe he lied to him.
Yeah.
Maybe he just went up. He's like, yeah, I'll play Joker.
Yeah, of course. For you,
don't worry about
anything.
it. Yeah, we'll have a good set. We'll play Joker. That being said, we are ready to start moving on to our next map and it looks like, is that Riddles on one side of the stage, or Syrup on one side of the stage, and Hurt on the other side? So an exciting matchup between these guys. Snake Ness, if I had to guess, Syrup does have the Steve in the back pocket as well, a really, really strong Steve. But Ness is one of those characters, kind of like Ike, that's not amazing, but does give Snake a little bit of a run for his money.
Yes, he does. A lot of history between these two characters as well, too. I know that there was talk of, months, years ago, who actually wins this, and it comes down to a lot of key factors. Of course, the ground game. Snake well equipped to beat your ass. Like, I'm just going to be real. Up tilt, F tilt, dare out of shield, nair if you're off stage, a multi-hit as well, being able to air dodge as well as Ness and Lucas, but also sometimes it not mattering because nair just has so many hitboxes and will catch it. But, there's also the avenue of absorbing the grenades on Ness's behalf, too. I know it's a little ill-advised to do that, even to be a player as talented as Syrup, trying to absorb the perfectly placed, and I'm saying perfectly and meticulously placed grenades. Sometimes might not be in your favor, but when it starts to play out in your way, it plays out in a big way.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of key factors I think are going to make or break this matchup. Let's see how it all unfolds right here in Game 1.
I think it'll be really interesting because I think we're going to see a very different Hurt than we saw earlier against RM8. I think the game plan is going to be different, and so I'm interested to see what the adjustment is because you cannot play it the same way or Ness will get those opportunities, and we're seeing it early. The C4 actually put on the top platform instead of a grenade, giving Ness less of an opportunity to get a free absorption on that top grenade and instead have the control over it with the C4. We're also seeing a little bit more of an emphasis on this close quarters game, the dash attacks, the down tilts. He's looking for the actual hits instead of just the grenades.
That's right. Again, sometimes it's less is more in some of these earlier interactions as well. I think just given the sheer nature of Snake, it's in his best interest to not be, dare I say, too explosive, and maybe play the safe game and set up shop. Same can't be said right here for Syrup. Just trying to find a moment, an opportunity to get in a big way. There's grenade. Excuse me. There's C4. Of course, being able to catch him through that air dodge. Oh, what the hell is up tilt? What is it?
I'm immediately so impressed with the game plan Hurt has brought into this. The tech coming out from Syrup is going to keep him alive, but Snake at the ledge is such a strong character. One grab will do it, another dash attack will do it, a forward tilt, up tilt will do it, absorbing. The Nikita just allows him to live in that situation, but hitting the PK Thunder with the Nikita will secure the stock. And like I said, I am beyond impressed with Hurt right now.
That's right.
A completely, almost different player from the last set we saw him in. Completely ready for the matchup, ready to use his character's tools to the best of his ability and to make a tough matchup look easier by just sheer preparation.
I mean, again, it just goes to show what a little bit of homework can do for you. Nice. Hurt definitely leaning into his Batman arc right now, has a contingency plan for all matchups, and unfortunately enough, Syrup is no exception right here. Just another Gotham baddie getting sent to the slammer. Jesus, there's